We're talking about her impending correction, shorts popping the zero AMC shares, and a lot more. We start by examining this story, which claims that AMC Entertainment Holdings has witnessed a significant drop in short interest. This teaches us a number of things. First off, if short interest is declining, it indicates that AMC's fees have entirely changed. This implies that now that they have a basic understanding of AMC, we should short. And as a result, they no longer believe that it's a profitable short. Since the shorts are being covered, people ought to purchase more AMC. The second is realizing that if their perception of AMC's fundamentals hasn't changed, and they continue to believe that the company is bad, and we are also seeing a decline in short interest, then they are clearly covering these shorts because they are afraid of holding on, because they don't know what's going to happen. They clearly want to protect their capital because they know that shorting AMC is a very risky move because it only leads to an endless cycle, where you have to create more shorts to know. Financial short positions to create more synthetics, which clearly depletes your capital. And so there is that, but it's also important because what about the ones that are naked and long hidden? That's the third option. As we previously discussed, the first two reasons, or the fact that they are refocusing the tension behind the scenes, could be the cause of a notable decline in short interest. To put it another way, we have shown how they may obviously hide these short holdings. And we have spoken about how the information we are given about short interest is inaccurate, since it is self-reported, and does not include the shares that they have explicitly designated as long. This illustrates that the shares that were genuinely available for AMC to borrow were at 1.0 shares. Therefore, while we are witnessing a significant decrease in short interest, we are also observing that all of these shares are actually being borrowed. As a result, we can see that when shares are borrowed, they are frequently utilized to clearly short against AMC. We've seen this before, and we've definitely discussed it. So if we're seeing a significant drop in short interest, why are we also seeing short shares being borrowed? This obviously doesn't make sense, and as we mentioned earlier, it's also possible that the reason we're seeing this decline in short interest is that they're hiding the short shares to give the impression that they've covered the AMC shares. But in reality, they're still in, however. They simply dragged it into areas like offshore and nude coasts, all of which don't actually need to be publicized or reported. Since we talked about how every move the hedge funds make and the tactics they use are obviously efforts to urge you to sell your AMC shares again, this gives the appearance that people are no longer shorting AMC and that you are no longer in this game to battle them. This financial advisor, as usual, conducts a great deal of due diligence and study, but I've always thought that bad decisions will inevitably be made in any situation that's been made or bad. You know, fundamentals that's happening. But I do believe that a lot of the time what we see in the media is clearly things that are used to create an incentive for people to sell the AMC shares because short sellers actually need AMC shares. So that's why they want to do this. Additionally, if we look at this, we see that in 2024, short sellers had to pay for hundreds of phony paid opinion pieces against AMC again. If we were wrong, they wouldn't waste their time, energy, and money to do this by ad hold winning. And for those of you who have been following along, whether it's on this channel or just generally, you'll notice that throughout 2024, there was a news article about AMC almost every week. Usually, they're discussing why AMC is bad, why you should sell your AMC shares, and why you should not purchase AMC shares. The goal of these articles is to provide an incentive for two potential outcomes, which we covered previously. First, it releases additional genuine shares into the market by selling AMC shares, which clearly helps these shorts cover it. Second, it eliminates buyer pressure, which is undoubtedly another significant consideration, but in the end, I think it makes perfect sense why they would operate in this way. If we were mistaken, why would they care about AMC and write so many articles about it if they aren't trapped in positions that could cost them tens of hundreds, if not trillions of dollars? This is what we have discussed, and that's why we are clearly seeing these articles. Additionally, when you look at what the Fed is predicting, holy cow, the Federal Reserve just telegraphed a major market correction is IMM. So why would more than 20,000 market participants, including hedge funds, need to stabilize at the same time? This is obviously very interesting to see. They are trying to borrow money as a result. Their long-term debt has gone up, as you can see if you look at Virtue. We know that Citadel has taken out loans and is raising money through the sale of bonds. These all show that hedge funds are trying to raise their resources. The crucial element here is also what we stressed with Citadel. Even if they had made billions of dollars, Citadel needed to seek money to reimburse their investors because they wanted to retain the money for their existing positions. They need the money to keep these short positions afloat because, as we explained, these positions erode their capital, and they are obviously worried about what can happen next. Because you need to find your short positions every single day in order for AMC to stay low. You need to create more synthetics, which obviously costs money. For this reason, I've always stated that retail will outperform institutions because it doesn't cost us a dime, aside from the time we purchase the shares, which is the only expense we will ever incur. Invest in holding AMC, and eventually we won't have to pay because AMC will pay out a dividend. However, for the short, it costs them money to short these positions to hold on to them, and to create more synthetics of these short positions. That's why I said we will beat them. It's only a matter of time. And right now we are seeing this happen as they are beginning to show weaknesses in the liquidity of the capital in the margin. And that's exactly how we are going to be attacking them. As I mentioned, that's why I'm excited about what's coming, which is why the Fed is attempting to clearly prepare everyone for what's about to happen. You can also see leverage hedge funds have borrowed $5.8 trillion as of September 30th, 2024, which relates to what we discussed here. A significant market correction. And as you mentioned, it's about comprehension, the issue of leverage. They have borrowed a substantial sum of money, which is why we talked about the capital and liquidity issues. Borrowing money raises your risk because it is obvious that you are using funds that you do not have. You will eventually have to pay back the loans. But these debts may obviously become troublesome. Your positions are obviously doing poorly, or if you are locked in a situation that you are unable to cover. The shorts are also required to pay interest on the loans they have taken out, on top of what we have previously covered. And especially when you realize that they have borrowed billions of dollars to short AMC in order to produce more AMC synthetics. Just consider how much short interest payment and the interest payment on these loans that they obviously have to pay. As I mentioned earlier, there are a number of reasons why short sellers are losing money every day. So perhaps we should go back to what we discussed at the beginning regarding why they are covering, because they clearly don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They are clearly struggling and failing, and they know that the retail will beat them. Thank you for watching.